This is exactly 7:35 a.m. and the school is committing the day's activities into the hands of the Lord, and at the same time putting the day's excursion trip into the hands of the Lord. The commitment of the day's activities into the hands of the Lord took up to 30 minutes as usual, and the pupils went to their various classrooms. According to the school management, it is said that the pupils going for the excursion will also go into the classroom to receive the first lecture of the day. Now is the time for the excursion, and we are all excited. We took off from the school at exactly 10 o'clock a.m. And if you are wondering who Sienna is at the front of us, that is the headmistress car, and we have to follow it from the school down to the zoo so we won't miss our way. And this was how the wonderful trip began.
The final say,
we kept following the headmistress car, and at the same time the pupils kept singing the praise and worship. This was the first street we saw on our way to the zoo, Bola Ajayi Street. This was how they sang for about 20 minutes. I don't really know what this gentleman was thinking about, but I definitely know a lot of questions were popping out from his mind. And finally, we got to the expressway leading to Badadry. In less than 20 minutes, the driver signified that we have gotten to Yanosashi bus stop. Mere looking at this place, we were not able to find any market, but we knew that this is going to be a very busy area of Lagos State. After an hour and some minutes on the way, we finally got to the zoo. The first things that welcomed us to the zoo was the statue of a lion, the statue of a giraffe, the statue of an ostrich. We just went ahead to park our bus and the Sienna, and the most amazing part of it was that the chairs for the pupils were already set. And one thing amazed us, we just had to see a donkey eating around the zoo, and that was the first live animal that welcomed us to the zoo. You are scared? No, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Yes? Eh? You are scared? Calm down, boy. Calm down, boy. Don't be scared. You go and sit down there. Go and sit down there. Go and sit down there. He said he's scared.
Scared of what?
We just got to the zoo, and many of the pupils were already saying they are scared. I wasn't scared at first, but I need to say that when I got to this particular place, Garden of Eden, I couldn't enter. I just had to stay outside and say, no, my courage is not up to this. This is a very big bush, and going in there was a kind of different courage entirely. Shortly after, one of the workers at the zoo tuned in a very nice music. The attendant is finally here, and he gave them a brief lecture before taking them around the zoo.
In the year 2012, December 12. Are we all there? All right. I think it's high time we visit the zoological area.
After the lecture, the attendant instructed them to be on a single line while it takes them around the zoo. The first animal they visited was the monkey. The attendant lectured them on the different species of monkey, what they feed on, and how they adapt to their environments. The next animal it took the pupils to visit was the tortoise. The tortoise has a lifespan of over 100 years, in which they can experience different generations of man. Tortoise can be very cunning, and at the same time, tortoise can be very friendly. They live on land, and they can also survive in water. The next animal the attendant took the pupils to visit was the crocodile. The crocodile looks so unreal, inactive. At a point, the pupils started asking the attendant if the crocodiles were alive. The attendant answered them by saying, "This is how crocodiles behave, even while they are in water. They behave like there is nothing there until they see a prey they want to attack." They are very dangerous animals. And another reason why they look so calm is because there is limited amount of water in there. Crocodiles are carnivorous animals and they feed on flesh. The next animal shown by the attendant to the pupils was the python snake. The python snake is a very deadly snake that swallows its prey alive, and it can grow very large. Another species of snake is the snake lizard. It is a very venomous and poisonous snake and can grow very large in a short period of time. This is the peacock, which is known as the most beautiful bird. These are ostriches, and they are barely just 1 month old. And here we go to our domestic animals, in which one of them is the duck, which is in the family of bird. We have another domestic animal, which is the rabbit, in the family of lagomorph. This room contains animals that has been embalmed, in which one of them is the lion. According to the attendant, the lion died in 2014. That is a pangolin, also known as idiot. And that is a turtle, which lives in water. That is a skeleton of a dolphin, a very large fish. And this is a decayed pigeon. The pupils have explored the zoological garden, and right now we are heading into the Garden of Eden. Right here, this looks more than just an excursion. After like a 5-minute walk in the Garden of Eden, we finally got to a particular point in which the attendant called the village square. This is a square in which children are being told stories and tales. He told them a story titled Unjala. If your child was present at the excursion, ask him or her who is Unjala.
When he was picking up the palm kernel, he was singing this song like this. Njala, 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 njala. Let's go.
After leaving the village square, the attendant took the pupils to an open field in which they saw a very big camel. The camel looks scarier and bigger than it actually looks in this video, and everyone was scared of going near the camel. But the attendant kept giving reassurance that nothing was going to go wrong. At this point, the camel wanted to attack, and I had to run away for my dear life. The attendant took the pupils to visit a donkey and also have a view of a cow. The pupils left the Garden of Eden and went straight to the playing ground to enjoy themselves by playing with the jingle over and also having fun with each other. After enjoying themselves in the zoological garden and the Garden of Eden, the pupils went to have their lunch. And at about 2 o'clock p.m., the school said goodbye to Q-Brat Zoo.